Message here says, hi Jess, I'm 22 years old and I'm in level 200. I'm dating a man in my church who helps me a lot. Jess, the issue is that the man is married with 3 kids and it seems he loves his wife as well, but his actions are somewhat strange. I say this because I believe I'm not the only one he's sleeping with apart from his wife. There are 2 other ladies from the church who he sometimes spends the night with. They sometimes wash and cook for him. He doesn't pick my calls when he's with them. I don't like what I'm doing, but it's hard to stop. I'm also scared I may contract an STI since he's sleeping with others as well. How do I address this issue? Rosina. Charlie, the side chick is feeling cheated.
No, see, this... see, there are 2 things that caught me in this story. The man is in church to hunt young, innocent ladies or women who are looking for men. And some ladies go to church for these kind of things. The intention and the desperation is all over. It's like, they identify somebody who has some small money, who come and carry your Bible for you. They are doing all manner of things for you. So there are men like that who actually get into the church to prey on such women. And the fact that she's calling the other women others, you're also part of the others. And I mean, what do you mean others? You are part of the others. And the fact that she knows the various dangers in what she's doing, the fact that she makes a bold statement like she's afraid of STIs,
but it's hard to stop.
It means that she is sleeping with him unprotected. That's why she's afraid of STIs. And because she's sleeping with him unprotected, she's assuming that the other 2 ladies, if she's sleeping with them, then it means that he's also sleeping with them unprotected. And that's where the STIs are going to come in. And this is the time I wish Olivia was here to take it from the spiritual angle, because you see, you can't be in church and say that you're worshiping God using a Bible that works against or that speaks against all of these things, and you still have the conscience to go into church. You see, the level of hypocrisy is so much. You see, to him much is given, much is required. If you are in the system, you are in church, you're supposed to be spiritual, you're supposed to be somebody that people look up to as a married man in the church, with 3 kids, and you are preying on other women. This is 3. Her and the other 2 that she's suspecting. I'm thinking, are there others?
Definitely.
Probably even outside of the church. You understand? It's a sad sight it's a sad sight, It's a very, very sad sight. Then people who don't go to church, and you say that those people are evil, but those people, like Gil, every day, you lock yourself in your room, we have to beg you to step out. And then somebody will be branding this one evil because you don't go to church every Sunday. Think about it. It's a sad situation to find yourself in, but let's attack the real story. Now, lady, it's good that you know that everything is wrong with this picture. Now, why can't you leave? Is it because of money? Is it because of attention? Or is it because you think that he's good at it? If it's because of his money, what he's giving you is 0.0001%, because he can afford to make his wife comfortable and make other women comfortable and you too comfortable. And it's not that deep. Like, he's not losing much to make you happy. And that puts you in a very inferior state. Number 2, STIs. You stand a risk of contracting at one point or another. Number 3, you stand a risk of having your reputation damaged. Now, one thing about these married men that prey on women is that when they sleep with you, they don't keep it to themselves.
They have a circle of friends.
They have a circle of married friends who know that, okay, you are sleeping with a married man. So what happens is that after they finish with you, they toss you to the next one. They finish, they toss you to the next one. That's one side. Another side is that they would keep you like that. The next thing you know, you're like 50. 55. Now you want a man of your own and you don't have any because this guy has wasted your time and he's never going to leave his wife,
and he's told the whole town.
And he told the whole town that you are somebody who's the married man. So even if a man comes to you, cry, and wants to chase you after 2 weeks, somebody will drop the feel actually, hey, this girl, nah, chairman in side chick that. Charlie, inside chick that. So how is any bee going to land on a very busy do you know what I'm trying to say? So I think that there are so many things wrong with this picture that you may not even see with your naked eye. A lot of women get comfortable with the goodies. They get comfortable with their time and attention. But when you take your time and you can afford to be happy by yourself, live by yourself, do things by yourself, and make yourself happy, know how to love yourself, you realize that you don't give these things that much importance. Because these things just come to complement your life. They just come to add to who you are, and not necessarily make you who you are. You understand? So I think that, look, Charlie, my dear, even the one that is 1:1, you know that you're in a relationship with Christ, it's not easy. Then you want to be so intertwined with a married man that you know is having an affair with 2 other women, and you have the right to call them the others. We the others. One kind of we the others.
Us.
Hey, all kind of the others. I say, oh, they know 2 different leagues. No,
that be chicks.
We are in the gutter.
Yeah,
we all in the gutter. So I think that, look, the earlier you get your act together for your own sake, you need to go deep into yourself. Try and really speak to yourself. Ask yourself questions: who you are, what you want in this life. In the next 5 years, how do you want your life playing out? If it's money you don't have, start strategizing how to make your own money, how to get into some form of business, how to use your existing network to probably make some small money, trading, service, and you can get into the service industry. There are so many things you can do with yourself, but this is definitely not something that's good for you.
I agree. All right, Claudia, let me bring you in. What do you think?
Or I think Rosina has said it all. There's really not much I can add. But the other part of the equation is that it's a purely economic transaction for her.
Yeah.
Because she made it clear that a man helps her with a number of things. So I see there's a need in her life that she wants to fulfill. It's more economic, and then the emotions is the addition. And I'm also of the view that no matter the relationship that you are in, you are entitled to some respect and rules, be it legitimate or illegitimate. As a human being, you have rights when you are with people. And it's important that in such relationships, you set rules for yourselves and rules to govern the transaction, because I see it as purely as a transaction. Because she knows the man doesn't respect her, the man is sleeping with other people, but she's there because she needs the money. So I would approach it from the economic perspective, that how is she bettering herself to be independent from this man? Is she looking to get some money to start a business so she moves on? Because I know people who have gone on to have babies with married people because they felt respected and loved and didn't feel like they were the others. But this is someone who is clearly treating you as an other. So for starters, I don't think she has the money to move right away. So it's about setting rules. You know, you can get STIs. As a woman, how do you protect yourself from having STIs in a relationship with a married man? And to me, it's even absurd that she's not even using protection, because from day one, it's between you and the wife. So it wasn't even a monogamous relationship. So why she even assumed there will be fidelity, I don't even want to think about that, because that just derails the conversation. But she needs to protect herself because it's an economic transaction for her. And when it comes to economics, the indicators for consideration are different. She needs money. So how does she find an alternative form of money? Or how does she stay with this man, get her money, and be safe? She needs to do her research. Unless she's ready to find an alternative income generating opportunity, she's forced to stay with this man. And then if I'm forced to stay with you, now I have to think about myself. So we have to set rules. I know you're never going to leave those women. So now I have to protect myself. So in sexual engagement, how do I protect myself in this economic transaction with a married man who's sleeping with other people, who doesn't respect me? It's as simple as that. So if it's condoms, whatever she wants to use, she has to protect herself. Because it's money, that's why she's there. If you tell her to leave, she won't leave. She'll just nod and go back to him. So we have to be pragmatic about this. How does she survive in this transaction? Is it like she now starts asking for money, starts racking up her savings, and then starting her business and moving on? Or find another income generating activity, maybe it's another man or a business or whatever. But she needs to set rules in this equation and then move on when she has whatever she needs. That's my 2 cents.
All righty. Gail.
22.
Yeah.
Oh, she's only 22.
22.
Level
like,
200.
You're so young. And so, and if you're saying the man has got 3 kids, for you know, you could be even one of the man's kids. If I'm sure the guy could be older.
Yeah, much older.
So if it's then 22, I see you as one of his
40s,
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have had you.
And so it's like, I don't know. I don't know. So why her people?
22.
Yeah, she said she's 22.
You missed that part.
Yeah.
So what's she looking for?
I don't know.
Sorry.
So and then you're saying it seems he loves his wife. Like that's a joke. He loves his wife, yet he's doing shifting cultivation with other women. Like today he's here. You're not shifting cultivation.
Oh.
Today he's here, and then he said he goes to spend the night with some of them. They cook and clean for him, and so it's like he has other wives, there, and so I don't know.
I mean, large.
Charlie. So and like Claudia said,
maybe he's been going for convention.
like Claudia said, I think it's. She said it helps her. So maybe with her education or something. I'm thinking that maybe she doesn't have any kind of help from her family or parents or something. That's what I'm thinking. But it's no excuse, because in this situation, it's not like you are the main, like you said, the side chick who is worried about other side chicks. Like, you are like an option. You are just part of the, the pawn, should I say, on his chessboard. He's just, playing with you guys. The guy has no, and he said when you call him and he's with them, he doesn't even pick your calls.
Yeah.
So the guy's some timetable type of thing, and you are taking him as your everything, and you are just an option to the guy. 22, for crying out loud. If you feel like it's something, a help you need from him, like Claudia said, why don't you start doing something? I always say pure water. When you sell pure water, you can get 100% profit, because he has 30 pieces in the bag. So even if you buy it for 4 cedis and you sell one for 20 pesos or 30 pesos, you can make a lot of money. A lot of people do that to build houses, to take care of their kids. I've seen it happen. So instead of being lazy and just be like, no, there's nobody to take care of me or to let me. And you are doing all that in the church as well.
It's hard.
So the church can help you. If you're in a church, they have welfare things they do in there. If it's help you need.
It's not all churches that use their welfare for helping.
But at least she can even try.
I feel sad for, because she's too young.
Even minus the church helping.
The guy is just using you.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her. She has to sit up. She has to get out.
I think that some of these things borders on borders on the need to fit in to society. So it's possible that she's not like a depraved child or anything.
I'm thinking.
But it's just that she needs to step up. So she needs to have
the
like the latest iPhone. She needs to have like the latest outfit. She needs to wear like a designer shoe. She needs to have some special kind of hair. Because you see, I don't think that because if she was depraved, she'll probably say things like, "Oh, he helps in my school fees, and he without him, I couldn't have complete." No.
Yeah.
It's nothing very important. He says he sorts her out. So my thing is that at 22, I think she's just biting more than she can chew. She's already put herself on a certain lifestyle scale, and in order to maintain it, she needs to do this, and she needs to be comfortable with this man, being with other people, so that she can maintain this lifestyle.
But listen
That's
to
all
how
I'm thinking.
she's talking. Your mental whatever is all over the place.
No, it's a need to fit
she's even
in.
saying she knows what she's doing is wrong.
Yeah.
No, it's
you're
a
worried
need-
about diseases and you're still there.
See, there's serious pressure when it comes to peer pressure on campus, especially on tertiary campuses. You understand? It takes a very strong mind.
Yeah.
Because you see, from GSS from primary all the way to secondary school, especially in Ghana, everybody's sort of sheltered.
Yeah.
And there are boundaries, there are places you can go, cannot go, and suddenly you hit tertiary, and it's like the whole world is out there. So you know that there's freedom. So a lot of people who've lived so, I don't know, so when they get to that open space, they tend to explore. And in the midst of exploration, they feel, oh, now I can go anywhere I want to go. I can use a phone. Look, secondary schools, they don't allow them to use phones. So you get to uni and you can use a phone. Really? I'm not going to use the 3310. What happened to the iPhone 15X that's coming out next week? You know what I mean? So I'm like, everything is like, there's so much pressure to fit in, to live the life now. And sometimes you see other people who are coming from very affluent homes, or who also have sugar daddies who can do some of these things for them big. And these are people you sit in the same class with. These are people that you share the same room with or the same hostel with. So when you watch them and they are doing these things, as human as you are, your material antennas, they're like, Charlie, I can also have some. I'm even prettier than this girl. If this girl can get ABC, why can't I?
Yeah.
So I think that It's not, the man is not even fulfilling her needs. The man is fulfilling her wants.
All right, so for me, I mean, all I see is the fact that you said you don't like what you're doing. Right?
So get out.
It means that you know that there's a problem. You know that you deserve a lot more. Okay, you're in level 200. Trust me, you're 22 years old. You have not seen anything. You have no clue the amount of potential you have if you just put your mind to it. You don't need to sleep with a married man to get to what you want in life. You can use these. That's why you're in school. Okay, so don't just go to school, show up at lectures just for, like, actually pay attention to what's happening. And you'll be surprised just how far you can go when you decide to invest in yourself, in your education. Okay, so young lady, Charlie, this married man, I know it's hard as you say it is, let him go. Your life is worth more than that. You said you know you can get an STI, so why are you still there? You know, and respect his wife. He's married, for crying out loud. Don't believe their stories. Oh, we're having problems. We'll be, oh boy, it a lie. So, Charlie, flee. If you know what's good for you, flee. Okay, and yeah, we want to know about this story. Message me again with updates. Okay.